Hello everyone. In the past videos, you have seen the concept of a logic gates and the gate bits that are asked. Some models you have seen. In this video also, you are going to see some more previous year bits that are asked in the competitive exams. Now see what is the first model they have asked. The output of a circuit shown in figure is equal to. Okay, this is the circuit they have given. This entire circuit is consisting of only the XNOR gates. So let us assume that F1 is the output of first XNOR gate and F2 is the output of a second XNOR gate and F3 is the output of a third XNOR gate. We can write the output expression F1 as A XNOR B bar with in mathematical equation nothing but it is A B bar plus A bar into B, which is nothing but output of XOR gate. Similarly, the output of second XNOR gate F2 is A bar XNOR B, which is equal to A bar B plus A B bar, which is also equal to the output of an XOR gate. Now the output expression F3 can be written as F1 XNOR F2. Since the values F1 and F2 are same from the basic truth table for the two input XNOR gate, when these two values are same, it will produce the output value 1. Okay, so from the given question, option B is correct. And the next model, that is the output of a logic gate is. So for this is the circuit they have given. This circuit consisting of an XNOR gate with one input as A and other input as B. Now we know that the expression F we can write as 0 XNOR A. This can be represented in terms of XOR gate as the complement of XOR, we can write as XNOR. So it is nothing but 0 XOR A complement. So from the basic XOR gate, we know that for the two input XOR gate, if one input is 0 and the other input is a variable, let us assume it is A, then the output of XOR is A. So for the output 0 XOR A is A, and here a complement is there, so its value is A bar. So from the given options, option C is correct. Now see the next problem. The Boolean function a plus bc is a reduced form of. Okay. Now these are the options they have given. But from the basic concept, that is from the distributive law, we came to know that the a plus bc can be written as a plus b into a plus c. Or otherwise, you can go for option check by check. Let us assume that option, let us consider option A. So it is AB plus AC. If I take common B, then I can write A plus C into B. But this expression is not equal to the given expression. This same A option is same as option D. So these two options are eliminated. Okay, now let us assume option C. So in the option C, we have written it as A bar B plus AB bar into C. From here also, if you obtain this distributive law function, you cannot obtain this. Go for option B. So it is A plus B into A plus C. If you multiply, then it is A into A plus A plus C plus AB plus BC. Okay, if you go on solve this, then you will obtain the expression that is A plus BC. Or else, if you remember the laws, that is but from the distributive law, we can write it as A plus BC as A plus B into A plus C. Now see the next model. The minimum number of two input NAND gates required to implement the Boolean function Z is equal to A B bar C, assuming that A, B, C are available. Okay, these are the options they have given. Now since Z is equal to A, B bar, C, here we are having a 3 inputs, and that too they have mentioned in the question that only the true forms are available, and we have to use only the 2 input NAND gates. So in order to use the 2 input NAND gates, let us assume that AC as 1 input and B bar as second input. In order to generate the AC by using a NAND gate, you need 2 NAND gates. Okay, so for the first NAND gate we will generate AC bar, and this is again passed through the next NAND gate with the having same two input, so we can generate the value of AC. Now it is a B bar, but only the B is available. So from B, with the use of a single NAND gate, we will get the complement of a input variable. Again, these two are passed through the next NAND gate. Thereafter, it will generate the expression that is AC into B bar whole bar. In order to remove this complement or eliminate this complement, once again it is passed through the next NAND gate. Next NAND gate, and the other input is also the same value. Thereafter we will generate the given expression, that is Z is equal to A B bar C. In order to realize the given expression, we need 5 NAND gates. So from the given question, option C is correct. Now next to see the problem, that is for the logic circuit shown in the figure, the required input condition ABC to make the output X is equal to 1 is. So this is the circuit that is given. So for this kind of problems, since they have mentioned the final output value have obtained, we have to find out this combination of ABC value from the backward direction. Okay, so if you consider that, since they have given the output X value should be 1, since the output is taking from the output of a AND gate, the AND gate value will always be 1 when all of its inputs are 1. Since if the 3 input values are 1, then only we can say that the output of an AND gate value will be 1. So the 3 inputs value should be 1. If it is 1, indicates that the output of an XOR gate will be 1, the output of XNOR gate should be 1, and the C input value will be 1. So from this case we came to know that the C input value will be 1. Now let us see what is the input value of B. Since the output of XNOR gate is 1, indicates for the 2 input XOR gate its value will be 1 only when all the inputs are of same value. Since the C value is 1, the B value should also be 1 in order to obtain this output value as 1. So from this the B value will be 1. Now let us see the output of XOR gate. The output of XOR gate value will be 1 only when the inputs are of different values. Since the B value is 1, therefore the A value should be other value which is not equal to B. So its value must be 0. So for this combination 0 XOR 1, it will produce the output 1. So for 0, 1 and 1 combination, for this circuit, the output value will always be 1. And see the next model. For the logic circuit shown in the figure, the simplified Boolean expression for the output Y is. Now this is the logic circuit they have given. Now let us assume that F1 is the output of first NAND gate, F2 is the output of second NAND gate, and F3 is the output of third NAND gate. Here they have given a bubble indicates that this B literal is passed through an inverter, and thereafter it is applied as one input to the NAND gate. Okay, from this circuit how we are finding the values? F1 is the output of first NAND gate, so it is AB bar. F2 is nothing but F1 into B bar whole bar, which is what is the value of F1? So it is AB bar into B bar whole bar. Now by using a De Morgan's theorem we can write AB plus B, so which is nothing but we can write B into 1 plus A, since we know that 1 plus X is always equal to 1, so its value will be 1. Now what is the F3? It is again the output of a third NAND gate. So it is F2 into B bar whole bar. So what is the value of F2? It is B. So B into B bar whole bar. We know that B into B bar is 0. So 0 complement its value is 1. Now the output of a third NAND gate is 1. The output of this third NAND gate is 1. And this is passed through a NOR gate. So from the basic rule, if any one of a NOR gate input is 1, then the output value will be 0. Since the value of F3 is 1, the output value Y is 0. So for this problem, the output Y value is 0. Now see the next problem. If the input to the digital circuit consisting of a cascade of 20 XOR gates is X, then the output Y is equal to. So these are a chain of 20 XOR gates. So for this kind of problems, what we have to do is first we have to find out first two stages outputs. Let us consider this is the first stage output, that is F1, which is equal to 1 XOR X, and this is the second stage output F2, which is equal to F1 XOR X. So now what is the output of F1? F1 is 1 XOR X. So from the two input XOR gate, we know that if one input is 1 and other input is some literal, let us say it is X, then the output is a complement of a literal. That is, here the output is X bar. So now for the output expression for the second stage, that is F2, it is nothing but one input is X bar and other input is X. So since it is X XOR X bar, the output value will be 1. So for the two stages, the output is 1. So for the 20 stages, the output of XOR gate is 1. So from the given question, the option B is correct. Now see the next model. For the output F to be 1 is the logic circuit shown, then the input combination should be. Now this is the output circuit they have given. So in this circuit they have used the XNOR gates and XOR gates, nothing but a 2 input XOR gate and 2 input XNOR and a 3 input XNOR. Since the output value should be 1, similarly we go for the backward direction in order to find out the input combinations A, B, C. So for this gate, that is the output of XNOR gate, the output value F will be 1 when there exists a number of ones at its input is an even number. Okay, so F value will be 1 when the inputs at its must be an even number. Since it is a 3 inputs, so in this 3 input combinations, if any of a 2 input values will be 1 and the count should be an even number, then we can say that the output F value will be 1. So the F value will be 1 means even number of 1 should be present. Let us assume that the C value will be 1. Okay, since C value is 1, the other two input must be a 0 and 1, means in these two inputs one input must be 1. So for the given combination, let us assume that the C value will be 1 according to the theory. So if A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0, with this combination whether it is generating a 1 at its input or not, we have to see. So for A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0, the output of XOR gate is 0. Why? Because the two inputs are same value, so the output value is 1. Okay, similarly for A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0, the output of XNOR gate value will be 1. So here one input is 0, other input is 1 and C input is 1. Therefore the F value is 1, since the number of input values 1 that should be present at the input of XOR gate is an even number which is equal to 2. So for this given question, option D is correct. Thank you.